saying. So again in verse 7 he says, truly, truly, I say to you, I'm the door. I'm not going to be figurative. He says, I am the door. Let me explain to you exactly what I'm talking about. Let me not say it in a way that you're not catching it. He says, I am the door. The only way to get access to God the Father is through Jesus the Christ.
Yeah.
I'm the door of the sheep.
Yeah.
All who came before me are thieves and robbers. There are three people in the lives of sheep. There are three people in our lives. There are those who are thieves. See the idea of a thief here. He says, I am the door, and the thief is in verse 10. In verse 10, the thief is the one who comes only to steal, and to kill and destroy. That's the role of the thief. The thief is the one who steals our time, steals our energy, and kills off our joy. That's the thief. They're the one who seek to destroy us when we're just getting to the area or we're taking that next step forward. That's the thief.
Yeah.
Then there are also the hired hand. And the hired hand is the one in verse 12 and 13. He says here, he who is a hired hand and not a shepherd, who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees. And the wolf snatches them and scatters them. He flees because he's a hired hand. He cares nothing for the sheep. The hired hand is the one who is simply renting the sheep. He's simply watching over the sheep, but only for his own benefit. He relates to them as far as his wages go. That's above my pay grade. It's almost 5 o'clock. You ask me to do what? The hired hand says, my job description only says this is as far as I should go. That's the hired hand. He says, I don't really care about you. I care about my paycheck. And I know nobody here works like that on their job. Praise the Lord. But the hired hand is only tied to their job description. Their relationship with the sheep is what they can get from the sheep, and it's only concerning wages. They have a box around their love, their care, their concern. The sheep are only to help them get to the next level or get to the next thing. Not only is there the thief who kills, who steals, and destroys, but there is also the hired hand. But then thirdly, there is the shepherd. The shepherd is the one who comes in by the front door. The shepherd is the one who speaks and they hear his voice and they follow him. The shepherd, the hired hand, and the thief. We've got to ask ourselves this morning, who and what do we have in our lives? We have thieves that are in our life, that are stealing, that are killing, that are destroying. Do we have hired hands that can only carry us so far because their true concern is about their own safety? You ever have a friend who sees us heading for danger and they say, yeah, I was going to say something. I thought that, that didn't look right to me either. And now we're sitting there broken and hurt and crying and says, man, I wish you would have told me that $3,000 or $4,000 ago. 2 exits ago, that would have been good information to have. But they're really just a hired hand. But then there is the shepherd who cares, who's concerned. The question this morning is, what do we have in our life? We have some areas, we have some individuals, some friendships, some relationships that are no more than thieves. Leave us without our joy, leave us without our happiness, leave us without our energy, leave us without any hope for the future. Or do we have hired hands this morning that are renting us out for their own benefit? Jesus says, I'm the good shepherd. I've got a question. What makes him a good shepherd? What makes Christ a good shepherd this morning is that he, first of all, has access.